Hello, ma'am. Hello, sir. Sir, I have three questions. One is to say how we know that we are in right track in the preparation. Two is how we know that we are making right notes for GS and optional. Three is every topper is saying follow minimum resources. So does minimum resources will suffice for the examination?
Okay. I would request, could you repeat your first question?
How to know that we are in right track in the preparation throughout
Okay.
the journey.
So I would tell you what I used to do. When I used to study one subject, I always went with one subject at a time approach. I am not very good at multitasking with subjects. So I started with polity. When I finished polity, I gave two papers, the prelims papers, and one 4-question short mains paper. That 4 questions I wrote in 4 hours. Each question 1 hour, and I tried to write it in the best way possible, and then I put that papers in evaluation. Then I got my scores and I tried to understand and evaluate how I went. I scored badly, that doesn't matter, but when I got the review from whatever source I was referring, that person motivated me that no, you're going on the right track, but you need to do this, all other things. You can refer to this book also, you can read this also, and this would correct your mistakes. This could be one approach. Another approach could be that once you go through one subject, just do 5 questions on that subject of previous year questions, the prelims questions. And like prelims questions, the coaching questions are somewhat tougher. If you refer to the prelims papers, at least for subjects like polity and history, which are static, those subjects you would understand that if you are able to attempt 3 out of 5, then you are on the right track. If you are attempting 2 out of 5, then also you are on the right track, you need a little more push. But if you are like not aware of most of the questions, then you need to reconsider what you are reading. You should not reconsider that your preparation. You should reconsider what you are referring to. That would be the first question. Then about the second question, what was your second question, sir?
How to know that we are in how to know that we are in how we are making notes, right notes, or
This is very tricky. Again, for me, because I told you my timeline was very short, so my note making was very broad spectrum. So I used to make my notes, the pen and paper notes of every subject when I was reading. Then I also used to make online notes, because these days you have a lot of resources online. You read a lot of stuff online. So I used to cut, copy, paste at one document. Every subject had one document, so that makes easy revision, and you do not need to waste a lot of time writing it down. This could work for somebody, but if you are up for revision, or if you are habituated to writing and remembering, then you should write also. In the last phases, I think when you solve the papers, the question papers for prelims as well as for mains, you would get a lot of long review and discussion of the papers, especially for the test series. You get the analysis of the paper. So just read that analysis. I think solving the paper is only half the work. Reading the analysis and understanding your mistake and then learning from that mistake is the better half of the work. And pick some detail if you think that this might be important for the paper. Save it somewhere, write it, or even save it online digitally anywhere. But you should always have this system and organization during your preparation, that you remember what note where you're keeping. It should not be that you're making all notes in one copy, or like if you're making it digitally, you're doing it all in one document. Segregation is the first step during note making. Then if you have time, make even concise notes of the previously existing notes. And in the last time, you asked your third question about minimum resources. Why people say about minimum resources is because if you stick to a lot of resources, then you, in the last phase of your examination, like when you are supposed to give the paper, you'll have so much to study that you'll get confused and it would get very haphazard. So sticking to minimum resources does not mean that sticking to minimum resources from the first day. When you are trying to attain knowledge and trying to get a broader idea of the subject, then stick to multiple credible resources. But by the end of your preparation, you must have limited resources which you could revise 4, 5 times, 10 times even, so that by the time you are going for the paper, you are morally confident that whatever you've read, you know about it. And secondly, the part of syllabus which you are reading, even if you're leaving something, whatever you are reading, you are confident that you'll answer it and you'll answer it correctly, right? This is why it's said that you should stick to minimum resources. I'll also say that you should stick to minimum resources, but in the initial phases, I used to read a lot of content, newspapers, and then books. Whatever anybody suggested, I used to glance at it and understand that whether it is needed or not. Ask seniors and students whether this particular resource is credible or not. But in the last phase of my preparation, I used to just refer to minimum resources, just my notes and the short notes. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.